Some things never change. Demand is up, supply is down, and rates are crazy right now. This week on Market Watch. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Market Watch. I'm Jason Zwolak of the Zwolak Group with First Team and Christie's International Real Estate. I hope you're all having a great week. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I take a look at what is happening in the Orange County housing market. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell so you're notified every time I post. I post new videos every week about what it's like living in Orange County. The market has continued to be hot here in Orange County. I want to jump right in and take a look at what is going on with our supply, our demand, and our interest rates. So let's check it out. The Orange County housing market is still red hot. We saw this trend begin several weeks ago, and it's continuing. Homes that are aligned properly, and I'm going to talk about alignment in a few minutes, are hitting the market and are in escrow within a couple days. Our buyers are having to wade through multiple offers and are really having to fight to get that home of their dreams. When we look at what's really driving the market, I always look at three factors: supply or inventory, our demand, and the interest rates. Well, number one, interest rates right now, historic lows, hovering around threes, even below threes in some cases. We actually saw a 30-year mortgage today for under 3%. These are historic lows, and it's really driving buyers into the market. They want to take advantage of these historically low rates and get into homes. However, where we're seeing the effects of COVID is in our inventory or our supply. So let's take a look at this graph here. This graph depicts our current inventory compared with the last 3 years. So the green line here is our current inventory. So if you look, we peaked mid-May and we're currently sitting at 4,645 homes. That's the number of homes that are currently on the market. That is down 63% from last year, which is the purple line here, where we had 7,561 homes on the market. So you can see we have a huge number of homes that are missing from the market. Last year, there were so many more homes to choose from. So this is one of the reasons we have such a hot seller's market right now. There's a number of reasons why sellers aren't coming on the market right now. They could be worried about COVID and having people coming through their homes and any potential exposure. Also, with our interest rates, you look at the jumbo products, so anything over our conforming loan limit of $765,600. Anything over that is a jumbo loan. And those jumbo products right now, you need 20% down, where pre-COVID, you only needed 10%. So it's costing a lot more to get into that market. And so some people that may be looking at moving up can't afford it right now. So they're just going to stay put until this is over. The third driving factor that we're going to look at is our demand. When we look at our demand, or the number of homes that are currently in escrow, we hit a low in April. But when you look at this graph, it's a classic V recovery. It started to spike right at the beginning of May and has skyrocketed. We're seeing more buyers on the market. And we got to remember, this low here was Great Recession low, 2007 low. However, the difference here was when we hit this low, our inventory was only at about 4,000 homes. So we were still relatively close. Compare that to 2007 when we hit this low in demand. Our inventory was at over 18,000 homes. So when this V recovery hit, there was a shorter gap to cover to catch up to that supply. And that's why we're seeing this hot market that we're in right now. If we compare demand, our demand is up 19% from last year to this year. And that is a huge number. So when we look at the three driving factors of this market, interest rates are low, driving buyers onto the market. Supply is low, and our demand is high. Simple rules of supply and demand are what's driving this market right now, and that's why we're seeing a hot seller's market. When we look at our average days on market, and this is the market time for all of Orange County, our average days on market is 46 days. Compare that to last year, 92 days, 3 months, cut in half. So right now we are in a hot seller's market. And when you look at this and you compare these price points, $0 to $750,000, 33 days versus 64 last year. 750 to $1 million, 33 days versus 79 last year. 1 million to 1.25 million, 49 days to 98 days last year. And then we get into the luxury side, which is anything over 1.25 million. This is where it gets really interesting, because when COVID hit, this is the part of the market that got hit the hardest. It grinded to a halt. Once jumbo products went away, there were no buyers for our luxury properties. Well, they've rebounded in a big way. Look at these numbers. 1.25 million to 1.5 million, 60 days expected market time compared to 143 last year. 1.5 to 2 million, 71 days compared to 189 last year. 2 to 4 million, 113 day expected market time compared to 262 last year. 4 million plus. These typically are on the market a lot longer just because the buyer pool is smaller for them. 249-day expected market time right now. Compare that with 518 days last year. Cut in half across the board with our days on market. And that shows how hot this market is right now. When we look at the number of sold properties in June, we did see a 20% decline this June compared to last June. However, we saw 56% more homes sell in June of 2020 than in May of 2020. So there was a huge uptick in the number of sold homes in June versus May. With the year over year being down, it is expected just because our inventory is so low. There's just not as many homes out there to choose from, so buyers are struggling to find the right property. Now, even though the market is very strong right now, there is a surprising number that is hit, and that is the number of homes that are currently sitting on the market. We just looked at expected market time in the last slide, and we showed how homes are moving very quickly. But 36% of homes on the market right now have been on the market over 60 days. In a market like this, why is that happening? There's two reasons that I can see. Number one, your house isn't aligned. I talked about alignment early in this video. We're going to touch on it again. 4 main keys to alignment. Price. You need to be priced right. You need to be priced according to the last comps. Buyers, even though it's a hot market, are not overpaying. They're looking at fair market value. Condition of the property. Your house needs to be in top condition. Buyers nowadays, they want that model home. They want to move in with their clothes, their furniture, their toothbrush, and that's it. They don't want to do any work. A lot of buyers want to see that home done and ready to go. So your condition is extremely important. Number 3, accessibility. Even with COVID, you need to be accessible. There are precautions that need to be put in place to keep you and the buyer safe, and they need to be followed. So you need to be open to showing your property. The 4th part of our alignment is marketing. I talked about 2 reasons why homes aren't selling. The first is due to the sellers themselves. They're looking at overpricing their home. Their home isn't in great condition. It might be cluttered. There may be deferred maintenance, and it may not be as accessible because they don't want people coming through the house. So those fall into category number 1 of why it's not selling. Category number 2, and it does happen every once in a while when we get these hot seller markets, agents aren't doing the proper marketing. You still need to market the homes properly. You need to have a virtual marketing plan. You need professional photos. You need professional video. You need a virtual floor plan. You need to have a virtual marketing strategy. You need to have an exposure strategy on how you're going to get the home out to all of those buyers. You want to fish with a net, not with a hook. So you need to have that strategy. And a lot of agents, sad to say, mail it in during a seller's market. You won't believe how many homes I see in the high end. We're talking some homes over $2 million that are using iPhone photos. They're only putting 15 photos online. On the MLS, did you know that you could have 70 photos? So why aren't agents maxing that out? I don't know. Why aren't they using video? Why aren't they using virtual floor plans? Why don't they use custom websites? I really can't answer that, especially in this climate. I don't understand why they would want to have less marketing online. Everyone's looking online first, and homes are being eliminated. So you need to make sure that yours is pushed to the top, and you do this by having an airtight virtual marketing strategy. That's what's happening in the Orange County housing market. It's still red hot. So with the market being this hot, if you are thinking of selling, now is the time. If you know someone thinking of selling, now is the time. It's a great opportunity to maximize your price and get the most out of your home. If you're a buyer, you need to sit down and talk with an agent and come up with a solid strategy to not only find your home, but win it if you're in multiple offers. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified every time I post. Again, I post new videos every week about what it's like living here in Orange County. If you are thinking about making a move, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Just get in touch with us. We're here to help you in any way that we can. I hope you all have a great weekend, and until next week, take care, everybody.